6 plays before Wells' score, the game was delayed nearly 25 minutes when most of the lights went out at 50-year-old San Diego Stadium. The game resumed with the Aztecs on the Stanford 42, and SDSU quickly moved in for the score. On the winner, Chapman rolled right and found Wells, who slammed into Brandon Simmons and tumbled into the end zone. Kameron Kelly intercepted Keller Chryst on the first play of the ensuing Stanford possession. As the clock ran down, thousands of SDSU fans rushed the field. The comeback by SDSU, 3-0, overshadowed a huge night by Stanford's Bryce. He gained 184 yards on just 13 carries, including touchdown runs of 53 and 51 yards, plus a 47-yarder that set up a field goal. Aztecs running back Rashaad Penny, the national rushing leader, had 175 yards in 32 carries, including a 4-yard touchdown run. At number 6, Washington 48, Fresno State 16, Dante Pettis had 4 touchdowns including an NCAA record-tying 8th punt-return touchdowns of his career, and number 6 Washington finished off the undercard of its schedule with a 48-16 rout of Fresno State on Saturday night. Pettis had touchdown receptions of 4 and 7 yards in the first half, and a 73-yard TD pass from Jake Browning on the second play of the second half to give Washington 3-0, a 48-7 lead. But it was his 77-yard punt return late in the first quarter that left Husky Stadium buzzing and put Pettis' name into another record book. Pettis caught the kick from Blake Cusick near the Washington sideline, shook one defender initially, hurdled another in the open field, and finally stepped through a last tackle attempt. Pettis also got a key downfield block from Miles Bryant to complete the return and give Washington a 27-0 lead. Pettis' return was the 8th of his career, tying him with Antonio Perkins, Oklahoma, and Wes Welker, Texas Tech. Pettis also tied the NCAA record for consecutive games with a punt return touchdown at 3. Pettis returned 167 yards for a score in the season opener against Rutgers and had a 61-yard return last week against Montana. Pettis wondered last week if teams would continue kicking to him. Fresno State, 1-2, didn't pay for it. Aside from the punt return, Pettis also tied a career high with the 3 TD receptions. He was the recipient of another nearly flawless night from Washington quarterback Jake Browning, as the Huskies' 27 first-quarter points was one off the school record. Browning was 19 of 22 passing for 255 yards and 4 touchdowns and a passer rating of 243.7. Myles Gaskin added touchdown runs of 28 and 7 yards, but Washington's run game remains a concern headed into Pac-12 play next week. Gaskin also had an 8-yard touchdown reception in the final regular seconds of the first half to give Washington a 41-7 lead at the break. At number 21, Washington State 52, Oregon State 23, Luke Falk threw 6 touchdown passes, 3 to Tavares Martin Jr., as the Cougars claimed their 4th consecutive victory over the Beavers.